uh, everybody has a reason to run. Ooh, we're live.
Yeah. Everyone
Hello.
has a reason to life to run.
Everyone has a reason to live, to run, to feel happy, to feel sad, because, and to put up with Roman. Roman, look, I am so sorry if you are the way you are. I don't want to be the way uh, you are, and so
Yeah, don't
so I apologize to
I don't
everybody.
mean to interrupt you, but don't apologize to Roman.
It's
Roman's
not.
not.
It's. I know. I'm just. I just. He. No. He just. He just. There's just something wrong.
No, he's
Um.
nuts. But yeah, don't apologize to Roman,
But hello, people in Brownsville. It's Juana.
Dr. Juana.
I
No,
missed the you all.
I
And
think we all miss you.
yeah. Well, I don't know. There's somebody. I like the person that says I'm the non-blonde. Da-da-da.
For non-blondes,
Yeah. I really like that. I thought that
I,
was actually,
I,
I like the little when you started singing and then I kind of got it.
you,
I thought that was pretty.
I can't remember who was on, but someone hadn't gotten it. They were going like, "What are y'all doing?" I'm going like, "You don't know the Four Non-Blondes song? Come on, man." I mean,
That was very
what's
good.
going on? And I said, "Hey,
Hey,
yeah."
hey, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I, let me tell. Oh, shoot, God Almighty!
I didn't do it.
Oh my damn keyboard! I have to put my keyboards up, standing up now because of these damn cats.
Well,
They are finicky like crazy, and I mean, they are literally over everything, and
you,
they're never stable. And now I've got
they're
two.
kittens. They're all like they're trying to figure out their own.
They're rambunctious. And there you go knocking over the damn keyboard.
Learn behavior.
They're rambunctious, and gosh almighty, and I have the keyboard standing up so they don't go out there and step on everything and screw up my whole little system.
Well,
But one of the things that I don't care for is I don't care to have pets locked up because I know some people they have their cats in these like little cages out there,
mhm.
and actually I don't have much love for that. When I got one of my house cats, esta mommy's, she was literally in one of those little cages in the trunk of a car,
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
I went nuts.
And well, how nuts did you go?
I mean, I told the people, I said, if you don't want that cat, I'll take it. And they said, oh, sure. So I took the cat. I might have used my I'm at Erasmo, damn it. If you don't give me that cat, I'm going to be one pissed off at Erasmo. And I think a lot of people are tripped out because they go like, yeah, we don't want that handsome guy upset with us.
Wow. So you did some really. I thought you there was that scoop that you had published or posted with the individual that had got the family that got run over.
Yeah, well,
So what happened with that? Did
we're
that
still we're still waiting to hear what happened. I need to contact the family again, and I told them keep me updated. But it's one of those really sad cases where you don't want to appear like you're putting too much pressure on them, to get the story, to get the news. But
Yeah, I mean you could tell they were hesitant. I mean, but just the fact that they I liked that you posted what was going on uh, with those videos. I mean, it would be nice if, and plus they already know who did it. I just don't understand why they didn't, uh, why they didn't do something about it.
no clue, and este, it's still mind-boggling to me to know to comprehend the reason why the individual hadn't gotten picked up already. uh, the family did share with me that the guy he had his car right there, the same car that ran them over, in front of his house. He had it there for all that time, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared overnight.
Oh,
So, and I asked him, I said, did the sheriff take it? You know, as did they go after it? And they said no. The guy just walked up and disappeared. And let me tell you, one of the things that I had was very upset with, well, not upset with, but what I'm disappointed with, and I don't know if you knew this, but back 2 3 years ago, I had a DWI, and
No,
and let me
but
tell you, because I was at Erasmo Castro, they came after me like I had killed someone. I
mhm.
mean, I'm not even joking, to the extent
I'm
that.
sorry that you went through that.
Oh, no, no, no. I mean, it was an experience. I'm not going to say it was a good experience. It's an experience. And again, I've learned in my life to accept anything that goes on. Have to deal with the consequences,
Mhm.
and move on and learn something from it,
Yeah.
which I did. Yeah, and again, and again, one of the things that I was like going like, what the hell? They literally wanted to impound my car after I had already had, because they did take it and I got it out and I had it at home and I, wanted to go get it fixed. Well, literally, they came to the house with a warrant for the car. And I'm going like, for the car, y'all already took pictures of it. Y'all had already, well, we need the car. I said, it's at the shop. They're getting it fixed. You know, if
Mhm.
you wanted pictures of the vehicle, you wanted more stuff for the vehicle. I mean, it was already at the body shop, and they'd already taken it apart. They literally, I'm not even joking, because it was at a um, Harlingen body shop. They literally went all the way to Harlingen. It was like three officers to go take pictures of the vehicle, and I'm going like, and that's all they did. They took pictures of the vehicle, and they interviewed the person that had taken it over there. They interviewed the people there at the pound, and I'm going like, I didn't run over anyone. I didn't kill anyone. But I'm not even joking. The full extent of the law came crashing down on us with the
Mhm.
full force of the state of Texas through our district attorney's office. They came after me and my family like
That's
literally like I
terrible.
had run over someone. And again,
I triggered you. I triggered you. I
no,
don't
no,
know how, but I
no,
think
no,
I
but
did.
what I'm saying, Dr. Juana, is, I didn't complain. I didn't complain because, and I stated they're doing their job, they're doing their job, they're doing job fine. But then we've got this case where the guy literally ran over a 5-month-old child. I mean, a guy ran over a girl where she literally ran her over twice, had issues with her hip, ran over the two guys, and nothing. They didn't impound the guy's car. They
Wow.
didn't. They didn't. Go
And
and
there
pick
was
it up.
video footage.
Yes,
Yeah, it just that video footage was kind of traumatic a little bit because you could sort of see
you
just
hear. You hear.
the scream. Yeah, yeah. It was. So
But
that's a good point. Is it the same sheriff?
no, no, no. And it wasn't the sheriff's office. It was the
Oh,
district attorney's office. But if the district attorney was so involved in my case,
is it the same DA?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
My
yeah.
question is, why couldn't they have gotten more involved in this case? You know,
Well, maybe he will.
I don't know. Again, for
Just
me,
just pointing that out. Maybe he will.
but it's already been so much time that's gone by. Have they all, as the guy already done away with a car? What can you do
Uh,
if the guy does away with a car? What can you do now?
Witnesses. I mean, you have witnesses. You have. He's done away with the car, but it's just.
But how can
I
you?
don't know.
But he has every right to do away with a car because he hasn't been charged with anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if he goes out there and demolishes the car and impounds it or takes it to Mexico, what can you do?
Mhm.
Nothing, because he hasn't been charged with it. He hasn't like obstructed justice.
Why haven't they charged him with anything?
That's that's my point. Why?
Yeah.
And again, I'm glad that they got this other guy that stabbed that 20-year-old. And let me tell you, that was horrible. Did you read about that, Dr. Juana?
Uh-uh.
This 20-year-old was literally stabbed in the neck and
Ooh.
in the leg this weekend. And supposedly nothing happens in Brownsville. We're the safest city in the country. but stabs him, and the guy dies, bleeds out.
Well,
Now the guy, it's like a 50-year-old Sam. No, I was saying viejito, no, viejito como yo.
He's around there. I know his husband of one of the TikTokers from here from the valley.
That's
Uh,
that's I think
but
one of
I
the
don't
reasons.
know what was what I haven't followed up as far as any charges or anything like that. But the kid did end up passing away in the hospital from his
wow.
injuries. Although I just don't know why they did say that they gave him CPR when he was stabbed in the neck and the leg. I'm assuming he did go for the arteries.
Well, I mean, if he
Whoever
died, he
stabbed
hit the
him,
carotid. He had to have probably hit the carotid artery to
Yeah.
die from something like that.
you gotta be well aware. Like, okay, neck,
This
leg, those are the arteries. You have minutes, hours, if not minutes.
Minutes.
And then they give him CPR. I'm like, sure, pump that blood out. You know, that's like, why would anybody do that?
Well, you could
Unless
apply
it was like-
pressure. Maybe they were applying pressure at the same time.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
You see somebody
They-
that
as far
young,
as the news,
kind of want to.
they said they gave him CPR. I'm really hoping they were just trying to stop the bleeding. But unfortunately, the kid did, or the gentleman did pass away. I haven't read up of any charges. I don't know if it was self-defense either, so they haven't stated the whole story. They
But
should state.
the guy manslaughter. I mean, they've got him for manslaughter.
Really?
Yeah,
They should come up with like this. I guess a press release of like, hey, this is what happened. This is the full story of it. That way they're not at 9 o'clock at the Erasmo show giving their own theory.
Yeah.
Well,
of the story.
yeah, and then they say,
Here's
oh,
what I think would happen.
and then they say,
La novela de Erasmo.
The 956 chisme.
what really trips me out about that whole thing was, they said, oh, okay, his wife, and he comes out on the TikToks as his wife, get 1 million followers, and we're like,
Wow.
I never heard of that chick.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I know, and YouTube she has like 45,000. TikTok, I don't know. I don't have TikTok, so I want to be able to like verify anything like that.
TikTok's supposed to be like everybody's using TikTok. I read somewhere that
the new kids.
Yeah, that the new generation,
the younger kids,
Google, they use TikTok and they use Instagram to check out searches. They don't.
We're over here with our AOL email.
Oh, Sam.
He-Man. So how do you pronounce that last name? He-Man.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I did get a haircut today. I do appreciate my my new office barber, Christian Uriel Barrera, did a great job.
Yeah,
I look 10 years younger,
just great,
and even more handsome than I looked before this morning. And I appreciate, because one of the things that I tell people, I don't like to be around a lot of people. I don't like to go to barbershops. I don't like to wait around. I don't like to wait. I want to get in and out, and that's never is the case.
Yes, but sometimes they're just kind of like a kickback place too.
What?
Because sometimes they're like a kickback place.
Yeah, not my thing.
You talk to other people who is out there. I've started like not too political, but I've started conversations about the city at barbershops.
Yeah, but and let me tell you, one of the reasons why I even started my page was because of those conversations that we used to have with the barber at the barbershops. That's one of the reasons why I started my page back in the heyday. But with
when
that
did
said,
you start this?
Like 10, 12 years ago. I can't even remember. My concept of time is, my concept of time is kind of like screwy. But it was because of all the stuff that I used to do when I was young.
Well,
But
I won't tell anybody.
okay, it's our secret. But let me tell you, so that's one of the reasons we started. But with me, I've gotten to that point where I just, I love my solitude. I don't like to be around a lot of people. I don't mind doing the social thing. I'm not a germaphobe like Roman. I like going out and visiting with people. So, I do like to socialize a little bit, but only for 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm out. I'm done. I don't want to stay too long in some places. It's like my nephews and nieces. I love them for 15 minutes, and after that, get the hell away from me.
You. That's why you don't have kids.
Amen, sister.
But
I couldn't deal with it.
the way you
Having
say,
I have
get
a
the hell
brother
away
like that.
from me.
get the hell away from me. Can you imagine? I couldn't deal with it. One time, my sister said, "Hey, would you mind, spending the weekend at the house, watching the kids?" I said, "Oh hell yeah, I mind. I ain't gonna do that crap. They're not my damn kids. They're your damn kids." That's the
Well, you
reason
can
why.
do like some brotherly stuff. I mean, you can step it
No,
up. Just like
no. That's not Erasmo. No, 15 minutes and then get the hell away from me.
You'll be with your dad con el latigazo listo.
Yeah, get the hell away from me, kid. Erasmo, is that Kata? No, that's not singer from the Four Non Blondes.
Kata. Who's
Kati,
Kata?
Kati
Yeah.
Presas. Kati, she's amazing. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Wanna. Good evening.
Hello. Let's see. There's a really simple explanation. The corrupt politicians wanted to send you a message. They really didn't care for this family. Yes, and it's really sad because at the end of the day, and I don't know if you know the whole story, Dr. Wana, but they literally came after me like it was no one's business. I literally had charges,
Well,
police reports done against me for having sex with a student in a car.
that
Uh,
one I read.
And
I read about, and
yeah,
I wanted that type of stuff pisses me off.
well, you know what
Uh,
what 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 happens, and I tell people this. They also accuse me of cocoreando with students on social media. They took that all the way to Homeland Security, so that Homeland Security could do an investigation, and of course, they found absolutely nothing because they were fabricated 1,000% lies. But what I'm getting at is they did their works to destroy me, to ruin my life, to put me in the gutter. I'm still here.
yeah,
I'm still the most.
that's good.
I'm still the most popular person in Brownsville. I'm probably the most liked. In
Are you?
Brownsville. Yes.
You promise?
Yes. It's crazy. People
Love
like
it.
me
I
for
love that.
some
Yes,
reason.
and I like when you say este.
Hey, but like on that topic of like they messed around, not that messed around, but they prosecuted you, or they went out of the way to kind of try to find a way to prosecute you. That would push somebody who's not mentally like level
Yeah.
headed to some sort of extreme measures, such
Yeah.
as suicide.
Trust
That's
me.
crazy accusation.
I actually thought of that, Simon. And let me tell you.
Instead they charged him with homicide instead of
Yeah.
manslaughter.
Yeah, you're right. It was something. But let me tell you something. And I thought of that. I thought about if anybody else with a weaker, stance in mind and in character,
Yeah.
they, they could have done anything like taking their
It-
life
there-
or something really, really dumb. And I'm going like, not me. I love my life way too much.
well, that's good. You know who I'm thinking about in particular is that lawyer that killed himself off the bridge.
Jump off the
Oh,
bridge.
All that drama that was happening.
Marshan.
Yes. Yeah. You know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it just everything came to this thing to where we're getting you and
Well,
boom.
no, with my child, we don't know the backstory. I mean, he was going to go to jail. He decided, maybe he decided. We don't know. But in my situation, I have had nothing to fear in the sense that I knew for a fact they were going to find nothing because there was nothing there. And anyone in law enforcement can go through my social medias, can go through my emails, can go through all my computers, and I guarantee you that they did. I guarantee you that they did. They found absolutely nothing, or else I wouldn't be here screaming about it.
Yeah.
But with that said, I agree with Sam. Any lesser individual would have taken their life, would have hurt themselves, would have fallen into depression.
Because
I
you don't
was
come
pissed.
back. Some people don't come back from that. Like once you're accused from messing around with kids,
They-
like on your reputation, like, oh yeah, you're the one like that was accused of like messing around with a teenager.
They,
Yeah.
you
You
know
don't
what?
come back
I
from
think
that.
I
Even
do
though
think-
you were like set clear.
I think they do, Sam. I think people come back. It's just that, it's faith. I think faith has and family have a lot to do with, uh, getting that you back. But
Yeah,
I
I
have
agree with
seen
I agree with
so
Dr. Juana.
many individuals just be accused of horrible things,
Well,
and
I agree with Dr. Juana. My spiritual life was is it's such a good place. It's a great place. Honestly, my spiritual life is a great place because at the end of the day, and Sam knows this. Some of the people that were out there sharing the crap that was being shared were people from church. You know, and a lot of the other local pastors here, because some of the local pastors here are mega jealous of Erasmo
yeah.
because I am the greatest pastor in Texas and north of Tamaulipas,
Well,
north of Mexico.
is it jealous then or envious?
Yeah, jealous, envious, everything, a little bit of everything. And that's why some of them, not all of them, some of them are my friends. That's why some of the pastors out there were like all like happy that they got him after all. And then you know for all these people that were out there posting, then it came out it was a bunch of bullcrap.
I don't know. I feel that, uh, and it's as long as you haven't killed anyone, I feel that DWIs are just something that
Yeah,
is a commonality here in the valley,
this
and
is the valley,
I won't ever.
and I'm not excusing it. I'm not excusing
I'm
it.
not excusing it, but
But it's the
Like a rite
valley.
of
when I
passage
see
or
police
what?
officers that are DWIers, and I see them, and I think, God, what are they going through? What and I know that, God, I know he's been exposed to so many things. Yeah, you have a drinking problem. I I
Well,
but
and
I
also,
do think that a lot of people try to get you on
well,
DWI when you're running for
oh,
Congress,
hell yeah.
when you're running for something,
But let me tell you,
anything.
with me, it's like I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, I just like to drink, but I'm not an alcoholic. Drinks are amazing. And again, I might get in trouble with my church people. Again, I'm not going to change my stance. A drink here or there is not going to send you to hell. My opinion. I know some people in my church might disagree. I don't care. But with that said, let me say this: is that I love drinking, but I
So
don't
do I.
ever. I'm not an
So
alcoholic
do
where I
I.
have to drink. I have to go for the bottle. And literally, I mean, Sam has come to my office right there. I have like 10 bottles right there,
How
right
cool.
there. I mean, right there, and they're untouched.
He
They've
could
been
easily
given.
just give them to me,
Get
but he says
hips.
no.
No, because it's like the
No. No.
no. It's
No,
like a
no,
break
no.
glass in case of emergency.
Or a celebration, sir. You need to have a celebration.
Erasmo sounds like a movie star. You're not agoraphobic. I am handsome and totally not fat. You're right.
No, you're agoraphobic. You aren't
I'm not
afraid of going out to places because you go, you know, uh,
everywhere.
uh, yeah.
Um,
But
uh,
you
I'm
just like
here.
The
I'm here.
solitude.
barbershops.
I'm in time. Good evening, everybody. No, you were late. Good evening. Good evening from La Famosa Southmost for Los Cats. I love you, Papa. Let me see. Does anyone have toilet paper? Shooter watches the show
Uh
from the
oh.
toilet.
So is he the one that's always in the bathroom? No.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
from his throne.
I
just
love
like
it.
Drake Bell and Kevin Spacey when they were all messing around with kids. Yeah, and those guys, their life is ruined. But those guys were actually messing around with kids. You know?
Yeah. I mean, there are people that are accused that have not done a damn thing, and then
Yeah,
there are people that have done some
that been
horrible
accused and
stuff.
charged.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
What about the people who don't have a spiritual life? Uh, and
Hmm.
let me tell you, and on the truth, and I'm going to touch on this. I actually met a professor, a teacher, and I had conversations with him who was accused of some of these things. And let me tell you, I mean, the guy had a heart attack. The guy like lost all his hair, lost weight. I mean, looked like crap. And I felt, my heart fell out for the guy because later on, after like a couple of years of fighting or something, it came out to be not true. But how do you recover from those years of loss when you've been falsely accused of crap and a half? And again, I don't know what his spiritual life was like, but let me tell you now that there's very, very little resources out there for individuals that have been falsely accused of crap and a half. And let me say that one of the things that really disgusts me is that, seeing these stories of a lot of the individuals during the civil rights movement that were just falsely accused because of their skin color
Hmm.
of
Yeah.
raping white girls, of sleeping with white girls, of crap and a half, and
And,
that's one of the things that I think that really need to be looked over, and a lot of these cases greatly overturned. And my stance is the same, and then I'll let Dr. Juana speak. My stance is the same with all these individuals who got felonies for marijuana.
mm,
I wish that someone would have the balls enough to go out there and expunge all those cases,
I
all
hope they
those cases.
do. Well, shouldn't they? And shouldn't we get the DA? Uh, I don't know when it happened. It was 3 months ago. It could have been 4 or 5 months ago, where the DA said they were going to go to Brownsville Independent School District, and any people that had vapes or anything, they were going to arrest them.
It's
Why would you
stupid.
want? Why would you want to
Stupid.
do that to seniors, to juniors? Why would you want to
To high
screw up
school
their life?
students.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense why our officials, our DA would want to, rather than look, if you're using marijuana, which is very legal in so many areas, you want to screw around with our seniors and our juniors.
Well,
You,
what pissed me off, and Sam, I'll let you. What pissed me off was that our BISD chief of police wanted to charge students with THC that were doing the THC oil and the vape pens with a felony, and I said, "Are you stupid? Are you nuts? What
and
do you?"
is he doing it?
Yes.
Well, that needs to stop. Whoever's running for school board needs to make sure that, their kids don't start up wrong.
The,
If you want to go to nursing school, if you want to go, you have to have all these background checks before you even go to school.
well, the problem with BISD, it is just so far down the gutter that it's impossible to say. Sam, what's your take on the vape pens?
Um, I'm gonna have to like disagree. No, no,
You,
no. I do understand they should not be like going hardcore on those on students, but by the same token, students like there's really no need to be freaking smoking at 8, 9 in the morning. Do your wake and bake at home,
Wake
and
and
if you
bake.
have to be smoking throughout the day, like man, you have some bigger
well,
issues than
well, one,
smoking.
I don't know if it's at 9 in the morning. I don't know if they do that.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
No, no,
how
no, I
I
know,
know
that's
but
the
right.
stories
It wasn't
behind.
how?
9 o'clock. Yeah,
But
it
like,
wasn't 9 o'clock in the morning.
could you like if it's like you say like, oh, I'm not an alcoholic because I'm not drinking the whole day. Like it's the same thing with smoking weed. Like if you're smoking throughout the whole day, does that
Well,
make you a stoner?
Well, you know what?
well,
What
Like,
happens? Sam,
is there a bigger is there a bigger issue that like, hey, you know what? If you didn't talk about something, there's counselors here or something.
well,
yes,
I think what happens is a lot of these kids they're so stupid that they still think that they have to be out there smoking this stuff or doing the vaping in order to look cool around their other friends. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? And
well,
again,
Or there could be just children with a lot of issues at home too.
yes,
And like goes back to the
yes.
same thing. There's counselors there. Maybe there needs to be more counselor student interactions.
Instead of
Yes.
reprimanding them and charging them with a
Instead of
felony.
reprimanding them, send them to a counselor, have some sort of evaluation, cut them
I
some breaks,
concur.
do
He
three
run
strikes,
for
and then after
Hey
the
sir,
third.
run for school board. You've got
But no,
five
it's
kids.
because when you start having people like that start throwing ideas in, you get somewhere. But when everybody's pulling each and every way, their own way, and all they have in mind is how to put money in their pockets,
exactamente,
you don't get anything done.
exactamente, and that's one of the reasons why BISD there's no hope for BISD.
You can't
That
say that because
there
that's
isn't.
Brownsville. You're running for commissioner.
I'm running for county
Uh,
commissioner. There's
Well,
no hope for BISD.
well,
BISD
Brownsville's included, right?
BISD has lost. It went from 53,000 students down to 38,000
Yeah,
students.
that's pretty amazing.
That's that should tell them something. They've got. I think they lost like 500 to 800 staff members just this year, and again, that should tell everyone
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, and I'm
Hey,
sure
but they're gonna be
Matt
giving out
would.
school supplies.
Ah,
Don't forget.
Hey, Dr. Juana, how far do you think they'll prosecute women going out of state for an abortion? The rhetoric is they're killing kids or babies.
oh, Mr. Tucker, I'm all tucked out with abortion.
Yeah,
I mean, I really, I get riled up. I really get riled up. I'm kind of even freaking out with what Biden did. I'm glad what he did. I'm glad what he did, but we're still
It's not enough.
I'm hurt that there are people out there, and I'm really kind of focused on those young girls that just are needing to stay girls. Um, you know, so
No, no.
I'm tucked out right now, sir. But I think
I think
that
one of the,
nobody is killing it. I don't think anybody should be calling anybody
no,
murderer
well,
ever.
I think what
Um,
needs to happen, we need to wait out a little bit. I mean, there's already some moves being happening in the state of Texas. I know that one of the abortion clinics in McAllen is moving to New
gone.
Mexico.
New
Yeah,
Mexico, yeah.
it's gone to New Mexico.
It,
So there's little changes going on here and there.
just think if healthcare providers are allowed to prescribe that pill, that RU486, which is basically you've got to catch it quickly. It's within a 6 to 10 weeks, but it can be something so private, but between a healthcare provider and the patient or the family. Sometimes it is the parents that have to make a decision about what's going on. But
Is it-
I all my in terms are sexual abuses and sexual assaults, and so that's a perspective of my head, but also I have that perspective of these people that are accused of sexually abusing or sexually uh, not abuse. When you
yeah,
what
you
is that
get the
term
point.
when you take pictures and those type of they get accused, but they're not. They're somebody like you.
Come
They're
on.
somebody like you. You know.
Perfect. Ale, mándale saludos a Rogelio Moreno. Rogelio Moreno, buenas noches. If your spirituality is in the brink, smoke a doobie. Hasta el Easter Bunny se te parece. If I would, I could. I love you. Why was marijuana made illegal? Harry Anslinger, reefer madness, not sure. Vapes are bad health wise. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. 100%.
Well, I agree, but in general, we're just specifically talking about the students.
Yes. Let's see. Keep hope alive. No, they should not ruin a kid's life with felonies
Right.
over pot when it is common knowledge that the pandemic was caused a lot of mental health issues. Children need help healing, not criminalized. 100%.
Right. Yeah. And we gotta, people that are running for school board, all school boards need to kind of focus on that. Don't try to bring that child down.
They won't. I want to get to this. Why only focus on BISD? Idea and other charter schools tienen trapos sucios. Why not talk about them? People are so blind sighted. BISD is a great district. We offer. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
answer this.
she's right.
I'll answer this. Let me tell you, Pepper and Patty, uh, the difference between a BISD, Idea, and Harmony and Jubilee is that no one local steals your money. No one, and we may disagree. No one local steals your money because the governing boards for these groups, Idea, Harmony, all the other charter schools, they're outside of Brownsville. They're in San Antonio. They're in Houston. Some of them are in other parts of the country. They are not from here. The difference, Pepper and Patty, is the individuals that are stealing from our children and our staff are the ones that have been elected into office here locally. And let me tell you, Pepper and Patty, they have stolen millions of our dollars. And a lot of people were lashing out at Erasmo saying, Erasmo, you said that Sylvia stole millions. She only stole $10,000. I said, are you dense? You really think that's all that she stole? But again, BISD has the greatest budget south of San Antonio. And that budget is for you and for me, the residents of Brownsville. And they pocket your money. Idea, and let me tell you, Idea it does not like Erasmo. They don't like Erasmo. Every single time I walk onto onto one of their campus, it's like everyone's like, oh, freaking out. I've been
Why?
there. because they know Erasmo Castro is loud and gets stuff done. And let me tell you, because some parents, because I was the one that exposed the crap that was going on with the kids having sex over here on Paredes, and that idea. I don't even know which one it was, but and I went and had a meeting with the principal, and they freaked out, literally freaked out because I was there, because I was invited by the parents. So again, you should know better than that. BISD takes your money, they take my money, they take our children's money, and that's unfortunate. If the president is hard on abortion, will he be hard on prosecuting people for incest? I
You should be hard on prosecuting
It's
people for
not.
like
It's the
assaults and all that other
it's
stuff.
our. You know, it's who you get. It's who your prosecutor is. It's who your DA. Um, you know, it truly is politics. I remember that when I started, when I was a sexual assault nurse examiner, almost 30 years ago, a long time ago, where there was so much drama with it. And I remember that a professor at the university told me, you know, you can't really change a culture. You can't really change a culture. And when he told me that, I was like, ah, what do you mean? What is it a Mexican thing where incest is what is what's going on? Because
I,
that is what goes on.
well, you know
And
what? And I'll tell you one of the things that I always thought, and again, I don't want to get any backlash from John White or any of the white people out there, but I always thought that incest was more of a gringo thing than a Mexican thing.
no, sir.
I don't know. And yeah, and I, I've since then,
Yeah,
figured out it's not
it
a
might be
gringo.
my like non-cultural, I guess, brain, but it's a worldwide thing. It's not a white or brown. It's a white, brown, black, Asian, everything.
Yeah,
It's just a
Uh,
male thing, to be
yeah. I no,
honest.
I corrected myself, but I thought it was like because I'm going like that doesn't happen in
Well,
Mexican
I
households.
mean, I wouldn't
It
have
does.
known. I mean, I just you don't you keep your eyes shut. You
Uh,
keep your eyes
sorry.
shut when you don't want to see
Did y'all
until
see?
it's meant
Yeah.
and until you see it and then oh gosh.
Did y'all see
This
that special on Netflix? The girl in the picture.
mm-mm.
No.
Watch it. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. But if you have a chance, you have an hour and a half. Watch it. Such a sad, 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 sad little case. I didn't like the ending too much, but it was a sad case. What the hell are y'all doing, marranas?
I was waiting for
Vendor,
the Marranas part.
vendors participate in corruption too. Why don't they ever get reprimanded? Because they're the ones that have the money.
Did the one
Or
from the
they need to
Barracoa
make
get
a
reprimanded?
law.
Huh?
Did the Barracoa company get reprimanded?
No, because it was trippy about the Barbacoa company is when I and Dr. Juan, I don't know you heard about this,
Is
but
that the $1 million one?
there was a barbacoa company that was out there selling spoiled meat to BISD, and
Ooh, no.
Erasmo Castro was the one that brought the house down on that because no news station wanted to cover it. Erasmo Castro had to break it. Erasmo Castro had to discover it.
And so
When
did they
we,
make an article after you
yeah, of course not, because they'll never acknowledge anything that Erasmo Castro does, and that's fine. I don't need it. But I just wanted my children to be safe, my students to be safe, and my staff to be safe in regards to consuming this crap. Let me tell you what we found out, Sam, is because we traced the company all the way to McAllen, that Valco company. The company didn't exist. It was an empty office with a phone on top of a couple of books.
Did
That's
you
what.
really go over there?
Yes. Well, people went over there and took pictures of it
wow.
because
And
people.
this was how long ago was this?
It's like 6 years ago, 5 6 years ago. What happens, Sam? I don't know if you knew this, but people go do a lot of the research stuff, and then they send me the information. So it seems like I'm everywhere, but I I am and I'm not. I am because I work through the eyes of my friends out there.
You have resources. You have
Yeah,
sources. You have
I have
sources.
I have people.
Yeah.
I have connections. So what happens is, I mean, literally took pictures. It was a little office with a phone on top of some books. That was Valco, $1 million corporation.
That's crazy.
That's
Wow.
how shady it was. And that's why, again, guys, anyone out there that does not believe that the cartels are at BISD are stupid. Anybody know what's going on at IDEA? Are they too getting new administrators? And again, one of the other things about IDEA is because their administrative functions are away from here. I'm going to guess yes. I don't know. All school districts are losing students. Someone has to be picking up these students. Maxi Pet.
Or homeschooling, or
Those
they're starting to homeschool.
yeah, homeschool or online schooling, maybe.
Hmm.
Well, somebody's got to be picking up these students. So I
Or
don't know.
maybe they're just dropping out too.
Someone's picking up these students. I don't think that they're going to Mexico. I think that charter schools are banking very well. Now, take into consideration, charter schools are opening at least one or two schools a year. So a lot of the mindset out there is, hey, I want my kid to go to a new school because
Hey,
what's
is that what
happening?
it is? Jubilee opening this semester,
Is it? I think it's Harmony. No,
or whatever it is, the one by Walmart.
it might be it might Jubilee. Yeah, and
No,
they invited me to their inaugural event, and I apologize, guys. But let me say, have you been? Have you? Well, I don't know. Dr. Juan hasn't, but I've been to the school up here on crap, Garcia Elementary, not Garcia. Crap, it's over here on going to the guys. Somebody help me out. The elementary school
Well, you
over
never
here.
said anything, genius.
It's on Esparza Lane, Esparza Boulevard. Over here, going to
Garza.
Garza Elementary. Have you ever been to Garza Elementary, Sam?
Yes, the chess competition.
Yes,
And
exactly.
My kids went there for a couple of years, I think.
Crap school. Crap school. The ceilings are falling down. The restrooms don't have air conditioning.
Well, they're
It's-
old, man. They're like
but
older
you
than
see,
30
just
years
because
old.
it's a crap school doesn't mean that the teachers are crap.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I
But-
want to. I
He's
just want to
talking
point
about
that
the
out.
structure itself. Just to
But what I'm
confirm,
talking-
Usually they're better because they work with what they have.
What I'm talking about is that the facilities are crap, and then what happens is that parents go like, hey, do I want my child to be going in this heat into a restroom that has no ventilation, no air conditioning, or do I want my child going to a restroom that's air
in a
conditioned?
brand new school.
Yeah, that's why a lot of parents said, I want my kid to go to a new school.
Hey, I heard the idea has a new one by a sports park.
Maybe.
The Idea Academy in the Hidalgo County area are there. Those are really great schools. Are you saying that they're sort of different on this side?
On where?
No, he was just referring to
can't-
as far as like the building structure. Like,
Oh,
do you want your
I-
children going to like newer buildings or old buildings that might have mold and stuff like that? And the school district is saving their money from like doing maintenance on them, because sometimes the maintenance costs a lot more than just making a new building.
Well, in regards to that school, Garza Elementary, I was fighting for it just to be torn down and build them a new school, build them a new campus. But part of it has to do, a lot of people
And
out
they
there.
can't do campuses if they don't have students. If they're losing students, they're
Well,
like,
again,
what the heck
but
are they
again,
doing?
but you go back to the
for?
problem. Why are you losing students? Because
Yep.
if you know the area, Sam, there's a lot of Mexicans out there, and Mexicans, I don't know if you knew this, Sam, but they have a lot of kids, like 5 each. So what you've heard that, right? So what I'm trying to say is that there's
His
possibilities.
wife
So
is pregnant. Go ahead, tell us.
if they you should have listened to Dr. Juan and got the vasectomy. But if the schools out there decrepit, falling apart, and parents opt to send their kids elsewhere, can you imagine if they build a new campus out there, modern technology, everything, then people would go. Nobody wants
You
to
think
do
that
that.
maybe with those millions of dollars that they got for the school districts, they could have built something?
Something.
Or use another school.
But what happens is, look, a lot of the people out there by Esperanza Lane and on the back, a lot of those people are illegals. They don't have documentation. A lot of them, are residents. They barely got papers. Again, not lashing out these people, but what happens is when they first move up here, they don't have a vehicle. Maybe they're making stuff meet. What happens after a year? They have enough money. They buy a car or two. They sell a car, buy a car, and then they continue to make some money. So what happens is where before they couldn't afford to drive their kids all the way to Alton Glore to a nicer school, now they have vehicles to take them anywhere they want.
And see,
Yeah,
it's
but the
stuff
school
like that
district
that gets me.
nowadays,
The-
like with idea, they go pick you up. Like they have spots like at where's one of them? I know on some of them they'll go pick up students like at Walmart. I know over here in Los Fresnos, the bus stops at Stripes, and it picks up a bunch of students from here. And I don't know which ones they go to, but I know that they mentioned that that they were gonna have too.
You froze up a little bit.
just a little.
We still want to know about your sixth child. Idea and other companies' privatization of education. Yes, yes. All schools districts are losing students, teachers, and staff. Teachers are burned out and tired, and not only all the districts demand, but sometimes also because of the ignorant and demanding parents. Yes, I agree with you 100%. And let me tell you, and one of the things that a lot of people say is that Erasmo, es que you're always out there fighting for dumb parents. Let me tell you guys, I get concerns from parents like I change my underwear, guys, and that's like all the time. Or I change clothes.
I
A lot of
hope.
them. I don't go out, and I sometimes go and I scold parents. I told them stop being such pussies. Stop giving our teachers a hard time. I do. I'm not always taking the side of the parents, but yeah, there's some crazy people out there. Didn't ideas start in Donna? I don't know.
I I I know that I don't know if it started in Donna, but we have the Hidalgo County area has a bunch of ID academies.
It might have started there in the valley for the valley at Donna, but I don't think it started here.
But I
I
think
honestly
it's
don't know.
done well. I mean, it really pushes kids to study, but uh,
Their marketing has been good. I'll say that. What can be done to get PUB deregulated? We need to have more choices of electric companies. Vote all these people out. That's what we need to do.
But then, what are the new people going to do?
well, you
Who?
get to use other little area. You have an option.
But,
You have an option
but
to use.
who owns PUB? That is getting too rich. Citizens of Brownsville. We do. That's what's amazing. The citizens of Brownsville own PUB. That's what's amazing. But there's no transparency because the mayor, the city commissioners, Eddie Trevino, the county judge, they screwed this community over, and they're continuing to screw this community over. That's what's pathetic. We're never going to get competition. We're never going to get another electric company down here, ever, because as long as they can control the sheep here and people don't vote, they can do whatever the hell they want. They have nothing to worry about. And look, you've got a guy that's earning $350,000 at Bruzniak, $350,000. Do you think to save his job?
Just
No.
kidding.
Do you think to save his job, he's not going to invest money in a crooked politician? Think about it. We got three individuals up there on the top at the PUB. Three individuals that earn like $750,000. Those three individuals. You think those three individuals don't want to keep their job so bad that they're going to continue to support the corrupt political machine that exists here? Think about the city manager and all those other wajes. I mean, we showed the citizens of Brownsville how the city manager's office was banking like what, $1 million a year?
Money.
$1 million a year. Do you think those pieces of crap aren't going to invest in the corrupt politicians here? What I'm getting to at is, guys, there's other people that want to run. They're not part of that corrupt political machine. Those are the individuals you have to go out there and support financially, holding up their signs, putting up your signs in the thing. But look, there's a lot of us that don't have it. Look, I just did my campaign finance report right now. It's right here. You know how much money I put into my account? Nothing. You know why? Because I have nothing. I have nothing. And look, and again, I'm not. Look, I run my campaigns very lean. I don't spend a lot of money on my campaigns. I don't. Y'all know me, but I need y'all's help. But what happens is people don't want to pick up a sign for you. I still got signs here, right there. No one's come and picked up my damn signs. Come pick up my damn signs and put them up. Help me out. Help me. Help you. Help me. Help you.
I love that movie.
But those people out there, the Bruzhniaks and the PUB people and the city manager's office and all the damn vendors, they're pouring money into the corrupt political machine. That's why we're never going to get out of paying these crazy bills at PUB. We lost 135 million to Tenashka, guys. We have to unite. We have to fight together. Together. Help me, help you. Crap. Let me get the comments. State demands are driving teachers away from teaching. Yeah, 100%. Good evening. Good evening, Bethany. Guys, don't forget to like the show. Guys, yes, the 50 people on YouTube, please like that damn page, guys. What the hell?
They don't want. So do they know? Or if everybody presses like right now, are you gonna know who they are?
No. Just press it.
Okay, so don't press like. Everybody right now, press dislike.
Yeah, press dislike. Either one is okay.
Right now. Dislike. Just come on, do it. Just do it. Just
crap.
Like,
everyone's listening to Dr. Juana.
Yeah.
We might not need to have her on
I
anymore.
don't feel so good. Do you have dislikes? Do you have any dislikes?
Crap. Yeah, they're all going. It's going up and up. Yeah, maybe she shouldn't come on anymore.
Oh, sir.
The girl in the picture.
I'll be good.
The girl in the picture is a sad but true case. It is sad. The state money follows the student. Idea funding. Yeah. How did the conversation go from BISD to incest?
Because it's like what is that word? Squirrel.
Well, it's funny because someone was saying I had a friend come by. Erasmo, why don't we try to plan like little segments for your show, like Frankie does? I said that doesn't work for me. It's just for me. It's just all free out. It's
ADHD.
Get the hell away from me. Go back to your mom and dad. So I told my nieces and nephews, get the hell away from me. Your 15 minutes are over.
Dad.
She saw the girl. Saw the girl in the picture. Sad.
In the picture.
If you're starting, the school officials are stealing. Are you saying that these videos? And how come there has not been no FBI? There has. Eduardo, there has. We just went through one a year and a half ago. The barbacoa was freaking good.
But it was tainted meat. Was it? Did people get sick from it?
Yes. Barbacoa company from Matamoros does not follow U.S. laws. They didn't. And what was worse, it was kind of a crazy deal. They were putting USDA labels on the Mexican meat. That's what I got them on.
Oh, that's very good. That's very, very good.
You have Google. At least it wasn't like the empty lot LLCs from the grants. Exactly. That was the other one. At least this one had a phone and some books. But, with the
LLC. Memory from Sound Mind.
Eh?
Good memory.
Yeah. With the LLCs, the mayor and the Lima's brothers and the commissioners, they were out there making up these LLCs with empty lots as their offices and getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from BCIC.
God.
Elon Musk money. But
now imagine if the whole city found out about that instead of just the usual people that are here.
But it doesn't matter. Even the people that are here won't do anything about it.
Well, an article needs to be written about this. Don't you think?
I've been screaming about it for like 2-3 years now. But what really amazes me is then you got those morons, those butt kissers out there going like, well,
great job, Mayor.
Yeah, great job, Mayor. Erasmo's just being negative, and he's going to be negative in 3.
You're being a Brownsville crab.
Yeah, 3, 2-1.
So does he still have that
Did you-
LLC,
yeah, he's got
or did he?
like 5 or 10 of them. But did you see it, Sam? He's going to go negative in 3, 2, 1.
Ah, sir.
Did
Willie.
you see the trials of Gabriel Fernandez? That was a good documentary. I haven't seen that.
Mm-mm.
Is it on
Don't
Netflix?
recall that one.
Charter schools don't require certified teachers.
Oh, wow! I didn't
True.
know that.
Online schools are private companies too.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that's why I sent you a message on Messenger. Please answer when you get a chance. If it's
Like,
the one,
like I understand some people are like kind of like antisocial, and that's why they go with online schooling. But don't you think children need that social interaction, or no?
Yes, I do. I actually, I do.
maybe.
I
I don't
do
know.
because my daughter, she did an online thing. She didn't want to go to school. She ended up doing an online thing in Houston for 1 year, and it was, uh, you could tell toward the end of the months it was terrible. I mean, that socialization. This was pre COVID, and I knew kind of right off, man, once we're going to have this COVID thing, she did really well because she knew online experience. But, we're starting to actually feel students not doing well from COVID mentally right now. It's there because of the decreased social interaction. So,
And are
yeah.
the school districts doing anything? Because you know how like many people were not with the whole online schooling, and they were kind of like they kind of slow down the process or fell behind on subjects.
Mhm.
So are they doing anything to kind of like okay get them caught up back to where they're supposed to be, or they
I
haven't even thought about that?
I
No, I
I
don't
think
think
they're
they've done.
just treading water. They're just trying to get over the humps of each school year. Um,
Because you know
Maybe,
how they say like, oh, no one's gonna be able to fail and this and that, so they just pass everybody.
No, I
But
don't think they passed everybody. I don't think. I mean,
no,
at least there was so much drama, and then you had the kids that were. I just felt really bad. You had kids that were sick of COVID. Their parents, family members were sick of COVID. They didn't put any of that into perspective of no, this is due. You got to turn this in. At least for my daughter, I felt her stress. I thought it was stressful.
Beatriz Mendes needs to get involved at Garza. What is the principal doing about it? I honestly, I just think it's so far gone
That it
that
needs to be
yeah, at
closed
this,
down.
yeah, all you have to do is just shut it down and build it up again. Students deserve better and safer schools, 100%.
Mhm.
How many districts across the state have a trinity of superintendent positions? Not many, and not the school districts our size. Alberto parents don't seem to understand the idea teachers are not certified teachers. They just see the nice big campuses. It's all
Mhm.
the hype.
Wow.
Yeah,
That I'm still.
I agree, but again, they market it very well. It's like
Mhm.
you want
They-
your kid to go to a school like Garza and Vermilion, or you want your kid to go to a brand new spanking school. Estás como mi abuelita. ¿Cómo se llama la cosa que está por allá? Tú sabes la cosa que sigue.
I love
The
it.
illegals have nothing vested with BIZ, so they don't care. Yeah. Esa la fregadera esa. I can't say that word. Some teachers are antagonists. Yeah. Pepper and Patty, the idea schools spend I. BIZ parents lack parental involvement. Idea schools make their parents go get involved somewhere or other. Yes. There's also caring parents who go against central administration and defend the teachers for the good of the students, and
Mhm.
we need that more and more every day. IDEA and other charter schools are owned by a company and run by a board that needs to answer to their shareholders and companies that contribute. Up in Houston, up in Dallas, up in Timbuktu, not in Brownsville. Charters are not an equal field with public districts. 100% no. Let's go to this. PUB administrators justify pay because that's what the market pays. Not in Brownsville, Texas, baby. Power does what it wants. George Carlin, 100%. Every time you press the like button, you save a kitty. Guys, 49 on YouTube and only 21 likes.
Aw.
Do you think that between their buddy system, there are some traders? 100%. Maybe ERCOT should do an audit of PUB International by judges' orders. Yeah,
Ah.
not going to happen. Did anyone go to jail in the meat scandal? No. One person committed suicide, supposed suicide. It was not suicide. He was killed.
Oh.
Give me
Oh.
your opinion, Erasmo, on drug selling in Brownsville. Why was a police sergeant involved in Brownsville? Because a lot of times you'll find a lot of law enforcement involved in drug dealing or in drug smuggling. Just the way it is. Part of Brownsville life. Part of Rio Grande life.
Do you
Yeah.
recall the person he's talking
Rio
about?
Grande
Or no?
City,
Huh?
Border Patrol.
What's that?
Do you recall what he's talking about the blue cop?
I cannot, but I mean, it happens all the time.
The cop that had like a stash house?
Oh, it happens all the
Yeah.
time. Recently, right? Guys, 49 people on YouTube, only
Um,
24 have liked it.
We won't know how many people disliked it.
Like it or dislike it. Ever.
Oh, look, it's a yawn.
Yes, I'm ready. Guys, anything other? Sam, you would be surprised how many parents pander to their children. It like every year more and more kids have IEPs, IEPs, BIP, BIPs, and 504 plans. Yeah. Some have actual medical issues, but others just need a good kick in the butt. He said kick in the ASS, but I can't say that word.
I don't know what IEP, BIP. It's like HEBEIEIO. Spell it out.
Herbert E. Bush.
I want to
Herbert.
say that's like probably some sort of low income, because I know the 504 plan is like a low income thing, isn't it?
504
And he's probably like, about the smoking and vaping.
504 is for disabled children with disabilities.
Oh, really? Oh,
I think.
well, I guess
Even though
I don't know.
they're
I don't
not
know what.
certified teachers, idea schools have a highest rate of kids being accepted to university, college, and Ivy League schools.
They do.
Please help me with my kids. They have gone without food for yesterday until now. Don't know who you are, and the name seems like an African name. No,
Ah,
no. 504 medical. Yeah, medical reasons. Bull. It's hard to get kids services even when they really need it. Disabled kids are underserved, 100%.
yeah.
And no one listened to that Clinton Nijagudyami. Please do not send him any money. Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, still believing all the crap. See you tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Guys, be good to each other. And please continue to be good to me. God bless.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Adios.